Let's go to their rival, Oklahoma State. The number there is 8.5. A year ago, they went 12-2, 8-1 in conference with a Fiesta Bowl win against Notre Dame. Mike Gundy entering his 18th season at Oklahoma State. Spencer
Yeah.
Sanders is back for yet another year at quarterback.
Still there.
Still there. They have a lot of young receivers, solid offensive line, but not much depth. They lost Jim Knowles, their defensive coordinator, who was kind of a superstar. They lost him to Ohio State. Replaced him with Derek Mason, which is a solid hire, I think.
It is.
They did lose 7 defensive starters, but the defensive line should still be a real strength again. What do you think about Oklahoma State this year?
Okay, so Knowles leaving is a big deal. Like
Sure.
We can't just gloss over that fact.
Yeah.
I mean, but like the replacement is good. Like a lot of 8.5 is a really good number for me here. I don't feel strongly one way or the other. I'm gonna lean under. I just am. I'm gonna lean under. I don't really have any analytical reason. No, just truth bomb to drop on you. Other than the fact that some reason I'm not feeling great about them doing it again this year with a new D coordinator. I'm not. Their defense was the heart and soul of that team last year. They did not win all those games because, I mean, they could have won the Big 12 last year. They were, I mean, literally inches away from beating Baylor in that game and going and winning the Big 12. And the defense was the reason for it. Sanders played well at times, but the defense was absolutely the heart and soul of that team. Can you just replace that? Do you recruit well enough to replace that? I don't know. So I'm going to go under, I think 8-4. Probably. I'm going under only just 8-4 is the level. No real strong feeling though. Not a huge amount of confidence for me.
Yeah. So a year ago, they managed to beat Oklahoma, Texas, and Baylor.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that happening again. I was not confident on this pick either, but I just kind of looking at some of the toss-up games. They get Baylor, TCU, and Kansas State all on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect them to be worse than Oklahoma this year. And Texas, I wouldn't be surprised if Texas kind of took a step up. Mm-hmm. So to me, that could be, of those 5 games I just named, like I think I would pick them to lose 4. So I'm going to say 8-4. It's not a confident pick like you said, but
sure.
Yeah, agreement with us so far on the first 2 teams here. Any more thoughts on Oklahoma State?
I'd like to be proven wrong there. I feel like Gundy's one of the good guys. He's been around forever. He has to be the longest tenured coach in the Big 12. Like he's
by
like
far.
He's like the grandpa out there. So yeah, I would like to be proven wrong. I don't know. I never Spencer Sanders scares me every time he plays. It's terrifying to watch. And yeah, just not a team I feel comfortable betting on this year. On the other hand, wouldn't be like they could easily beat Texas again, easily. Like they could. That's a game at home for them, and it's a game you could see them winning. I'm not picking him to win that. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, I guess what I'm just saying is I'm hedging this. We're going under on Oklahoma State this year. We think they're going to be a significant step worse than they were last year. I think like everyone's kind of okay with that. But yeah, I think Gundy's too good of a coach for them to go much worse than 8-4. But yeah, kind of right in there feels about their range.
Yeah, and good point on Spencer Sanders. He's a little scary.
Terrifying.
Last year in the Big 12 championship game, he threw like 4 interceptions against Baylor, and then followed it up with 4 touchdowns against Notre Dame in their bowl game. Like, and that is the Spencer Sanders experience. You just do not know what you're going to get. And if
he's like the Jameis Winston of like college football. Like just he's never seen the linebackers ever. He does not even know they exist. Like just he threw the ball off a guy's helmet one time and it's like what? Like it just goes straight up in the air and like he goes running frantically trying to knock it down. You're like, in a huge game, just completely all over the place. And sometimes it works, like it did against you guys, against Notre Dame. And then against Baylor, it was so rough.
Yeah.
I just a wild card, not someone we're going to bet on.
Yeah, and I feel like this team is going to take a little bit of a step back just quality-wise from a year ago. So they'll probably lose to a few teams better than them. And then, like we just talked about with Spencer Sanders, like they're probably going to lose a game that at the end of it, the fans will be like, well, how did we lose to that team? And I just expect that to happen at some point. They're going to lose one of these so-called coin flip games. Yeah.